I think that some of the lessons and the tips that you gave to that 3 out of 100 are at least helpful knowledge to have in your back pocket for the other 97. So what I'd love to do, and I'm going to put a link to the newsletter in the show notes just so you all can see it. And I highly encourage you all to check out Stanley and his resources. They're excellent. But in that newsletter, you tell a client case of a client who earned about $200,000 and was living in the Los Angeles area. They were recently divorced, so they had to pay alimony, child support. They had 2 young kids, and they could not send their kids to private school because of some learning differences for each, or couldn't send them to public schools, because of learning differences. So to your point, this person is highly leveraged, and they're being faced with a student loan payment that they simply can't make. So I want to go step by step through some of the things that you at least wanted to put on this person's radar. The first thing that you discussed in that newsletter was strategically using your forbearances. So could you please share a little bit about how you would do that?
Yeah. And so what we have to keep in mind is that federal student loans are quite generous in your ability to pause payments or adjust payments based on your income within reason. But the ability to pause payment is really unique in comparison to a mortgage or a car note in that you can pause your payments with a forbearance for a year at a time. And then you get up to 3 years of these like discretionary forbearances. Then you have different ones for economic hardship or employment and things like that. So there's multiple ways to pause your payments. Now, the trade-off is interest continues to accrue during that period. And there was a time for several years, decades even, where when you took that forbearance, you paused those payments, they were added to your principal balance. So you get this tremendous benefit in being able to pause payments for an extended period, but then the cost to you is that your principal balance will actually grow, and so in the future you're paying interest on interest.